Be grateful.
How many cups of coffee did you have?
Just one.
Maybe he's drinking my.
All right, good morning, Dudley. Here we are, your gruesome threesome. Oh, no, quartet. We got a quartet here, but anyways. So Joanne, in your capable hands, I'll let you run the agenda.
All right, let's start.
Where's today's agenda?
It's at the
Oh,
bottom.
there, oh, it's the
Yeah,
bottom.
I almost
Of course,
moved it too.
you put the first last?
I ran in here for 5 minutes yesterday to put these all in folders. They weren't.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
I make a motion
Picky,
to
picky.
accept the minutes from April 21st.
April, right? Correct?
April 21st, 2017.
I will second that motion.
And I will abstain since I wasn't here.
So I guess we have a majority.
It's unanimous, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then.
Both of you.
For the minutes in March, I make a motion for March 10th, 2017. We accept
And I'll
those
second
minutes.
that and make it a majority as,
I abstained because I wasn't here.
right.
So
Okay.
Joanne, it was your turn not to be here today.
Oh, gee, nobody told me.
Yeah, March, April, May, what's the matter?
It's okay, I got a 10 o'clock tea time, I'm good. I make a motion to approve $43.92 in motor vehicle excise abatements for the month of April 2017.
Second.
Unanimous.
I make a motion to approve an abatement for Verizon New England in the amount of $58.83 for fiscal year 2010 and 11 for personal property. And we'll let...
Okay, yeah, can you explain this to us? I mean, they appealed to the appellate tax court?
They did, and they came upon an agreement that they're only asking for 7% back.
Well,
What they
obviously they
paid.
must have been due it or they wouldn't have gotten it, right?
Right. And from this fiscal year forward, the DOI has agreed with their depreciation tables, so there should be.
Why in the hell do we have to pay for the DOR's mistakes? I mean, they're the ones that put the value on these things, and we keep losing in court. If we did that, the DOR would be all over us.
Right.
But they have nobody to judge them.
There you go.
Perfect, perfect.
The Court of
And there is
Final
no
Appeal.
interest. They're not asking for any interest like the last one when we did fiscal
Yeah,
9.
I remember.
That was a big chunk of change just in the interest.
I have an interest with them not having any interest, so that's good. Now, we had this money,
I was going to say, I'm not that disinterested.
so we had this money put aside in our
We did.
overlay account. Nice job, Lisa, keeping us out of trouble. So we need the vote. Miss Joanne?
I made the motion already.
Oh, yes. Tom, wake up.
I will second it.
Your hair's not dry, but you have to wake up. Unanimous.
Okay. So what's old? What do we have old?
There's no
business?
old, no new.
Well, I'm going back again. I'm still unhappy about these solar panels on houses on what we did. No more information. Has anybody heard anything more? Because I've had,
Well, the DOR has dictated that they are personal property,
okay.
right, Lisa?
What is, I'm sorry.
Solar
So do we
panels.
wake you up?
So I had a thought I had to write it down before I forgot.
Solar panels, the DOR is called personal property. Well, on the ground, too.
On houses, it's personal property, and they give us an option to use either real estate or personal property.
On the ground.
On the ground.
Okay.
Oh, see, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Most people are doing pilot programs, though.
So, as an appraiser, we
Yeah.
don't do personal property.
Yeah, that's what I said when I was looking at
Right.
something, but the one I looked at is on the ground, which I thought was interesting. And
Well, I still think it's personal property, quite frankly. It is the bracket that's in the ground that's fixed. It's like the TV antenna that we learned.
yeah.
The bracket on the chimney was real estate because of the law of affixation, and the antenna was personal property. I'm not sure why the DOR is,
And the land turns to commercial. Residential to commercial.
yeah, but the
In
same
our
tax
case.
rate, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, the commercial rate's much higher. Not tax-wise, assessment-wise.
You mean the value?
The value, I'm sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
We were just having an interesting debate before you got here, Lisa and I, about bedrooms and how assessors look at them versus how appraisers are looking at them, and cost to cure about closets, and all kinds of stuff as to how they're viewing it. I mean, we look at the layout of the house, and...
Well, that's because you have functional obsolescence where you have to walk through one bedroom to get to another bedroom.
And that was the case I was talking about. Right off the kitchen, you walk in, it's wide, you could fit probably French doors in there. and the bed's right there, and then at the foot of the bed is another wide opening that goes into the living room looking over the lake.
So you have to go through the bedroom to get to the,
You go from the kitchen, you go through the bedroom to get to the living room.
perfect.
But the cost to
sense.
fix that, Carmen, would just be a wall and a small closet. Is that a big deal?
Well, you mean a hallway?
Well, not in the hallway. See the way this room is, where that table is?
Yep.
If we had to put a wall there to make a room here and a room on the other side, because that was
But you
all
still gotta walk
open.
through the bedroom to get to it.
No, it's still
Unless you
spaced
put a
out.
hallway.
Well, there is a hallway that continues down. The hallway is going on that side, which brings you right down to the living room.
There
Sure.
is.
And it also brings you here.
Draw it for me. I'm not visualizing this.
You came in the door, there
Yep.
is a real bedroom there,
Yep.
there's a bath, there's a kitchen. You come down the hallway and you go into this open room, that this hallway still goes down, but this is a room here. So do I have two bedrooms if I put a wall and a closet?
Yeah, you
I
do.
always say if I got
Yeah.
a window, a fat fireman can get out, that's my deciding factor. The rest
Well,
is
the
cost
code now is
secure.
10% of the living area has to be window.
Interesting.
So if you have 100 square feet, you gotta have
But-
10 square feet of window.
When we assess that as a one-bedroom house, that person who just is selling that house has a little problem when they need an appraiser, potentially.
Not if you put the closet in.
No, but will they interpret it that way, or will they bump back? It's on sewers,
Do
so
you
it's
have
not
a
as...
stupid appraiser or a knowledgeable appraiser? I mean, there is a difference.
This is true, this is true. Let's not antagonize appraisers.
Can you, I'm meeting an appraiser, his first appraisal at 11 o'clock this morning.
Lucky him, he'll get a learning
Oh,
lesson.
yes, he will.
Especially with Conrad.
I have the whole appraisal package put together,
Good job, good job.
as I always do.
Hey, just as an update as what's going on, do you see, I see a slowdown in the real estate market right now.
That's because there's no inventory.
But I also see that some of the issues of what had sold previously is not supporting some of the sales that we have now, because so much has moved out.
I agree. We're in that period of the values haven't caught up with the listing values,
Yep,
the sold values rather.
it's kind of interesting. I would like to ask some of the assessors here maybe to swing by one of these economic development committee meetings, because we seem to be immobilized on outlook of trying to put together this brochure of what everybody thinks should go in there. We're getting closer, but I think we've really never shown up and given our kind of thoughts.
Tell me when you want me to be there, or
They-
Tom, or,
Yeah, then I think
Lisa?
next month, I would love to have you gentlemen attend that meeting and just give a little more input on what we see for what this economic
Tom
development.
has no problem giving opinions.
Yes.
Good. Oh, this is true. Very
He's my
good.
paid mouthpiece.
I think it would be good for us to give a little more on that, and particularly you, I hate to harass you, but I say you were on an economic.
We brought Shields Packaging, we brought, the hell's the name of that company on West Main Street that keeps growing like a weed?
Oh, Webco?
What, no,
No?
right,
Gentex?
Gentex.
Oh, yeah.
We brought Gentex in with our, well, back then we had tax revenue bonds, though, Joanne. So we were competing with other states. And because our financing was, that's how Gentex came, it was because of our
See,
financing.
now nobody realized that. I keep contending that a brochure is just to tweak something to get somebody's interest along with getting it on a website. But the real selling, because we don't have full-time people, is gonna be when people walk into this building and talk to people in departments.
Yeah, back then, we didn't have TIFs. It was the revenue bond financing and our low tax base that brought Gentex. Because I asked them, I said, you know, what are you guys doing at Dudley?
That's interesting. See, that should have been more of a focal point to be able to get something in print on anything that we offer as an incentive to come here.
And it was the same with Webco when they came. It was the revenue bond and our low tax rate that drew them in.
Well, I would like to get this thing finalized, and I would love it to be able to tweak and get the interest of anybody who's out there scouting to come in this community. We know we have limited development because of
Water,
water,
sewer,
sewer, and the
right.
road, all of that stuff, but I think they need to understand, I think a lot of people don't realize just what you said, what drew people to the town, as far as businesses.
That's when Bernie Wheelock was the selectman. We went to Boston. We had the revenue bond was that thick, a book. It was
See
that thick.
So a lot of times everything goes back to finance, how you're gonna put it together.
It does in real estate. I mean, that's,
Yep. Well, that would be great. I will give you a date, and I would love to have you come and give some input.
Whatever you like, as you know, after 40 years of being here, I'm almost a historian,
This is true.
but not a historical historian.
Well, that's good. That is
I was
good.
gonna say more of a historical artifact.
Oh!
You know, the problem is I'm getting to be there. So, but anything else coming up? We got revale going on or
It's
any of
going
that?
smoothly. I have to get in touch with RRC. They're doing our personal property. I haven't heard from them.
Who?
RRC,
Who'd that be?
that's the company that Vision subcontracts out
Okay.
to do personal property.
Oh, they're not a subsidiary of them, they're just,
They're
They make money on us.
subcontracted. Yeah, so I hired them separately. Remember we had talked
Yeah.
about that because
Yep.
it's supposed to be cheaper. But I haven't heard from them, so I'm gonna get on them. But other than that,
so why is that not in the same cycle as the revale?
I don't know. There's different rules for personal property.
The DOR sets this?
Yeah.
Okay. Stupid people again.
Oh, I have another question for the whole board, and Lisa and Bob Conrad, where you kind of been here for a while. When somebody is buying property and it was in recreational, can they change that to put up residential, and are there consequences? Would they have to get it rezoned, or was that just something?
No, that has nothing, zoning has nothing to do with 61 or
That's
A
a
or B.
61, that's 61B. They would have to pay back 5 years worth of
Well,
rollback.
first of all,
To
when
pull
it
it
gets
out.
to be sold, the town has the first right of refusal.
Even under 61B? Because I was
Oh,
All of
curious.
them.
Any 61.
Really?
Yep.
I'll double check, but I'm 99.9%
That is
positive all of them.
interesting. Okay, we have had something that showed up on the internet in Dudley that was sold, and
I
I
saw
don't
that.
recall it coming before the town, which is the Dudley Hill Golf Course.
And I heard it was somebody private, not Nichols.
Well, that did not happen.
Well, Nichols never owned that for a long time.
No, it's always been, it had
It's
a
always
separate
private,
corporation,
right.
that-
Nichols,
and they managed it.
Right,
They
but
would
I
just call
thought-
it Nichols Golf Course
Yeah,
back then?
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
But Nichols never owned it.
I didn't know that.
And there were actually two separate things. Some people,
Right.
my mother would have been one who remembered, there used to be a restaurant there. That's why that clubhouse is on a separate parcel with parking,
Right.
and the rest was the golf course.
Right.
When that building burnt down, there was a fire, then it was acquired, I guess, by the college, because they own that piece, and the golf course was a separate.
Right.
But I wasn't sure whether 61B would mean they have to.
I always thought it was, but you'll have to double
I'm
check.
almost certain it is, but we'll come downstairs when you leave. I have a
Okay,
booklet on it.
that would be great.
Yeah, I thought any 61 was.
All
was-
right.
Is there a signed purchase and sales agreement?
I have
there's a
no
deed.
idea. I just read it on the internet.
There's
That
a
had
deed.
been
I don't
sold.
think the deed went through for the golf course.
I couldn't
haven't
find
seen a deed.
anything yet.
I haven't
Oh.
seen- We
Yeah,
download
you would've got it
daily.
from the registry of deeds.
Yeah, yeah. I was just curious. I thought I missed something, because I kind of thought it would have come before the.
They would have to send the assessors and the selectman's office a certified letter stating with the signed purchase and sales agreement.
Similar to 61A.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same thing.
61, 61A, and 61B.
I know about 61A.
I know you do. I know you do. On the almost sale.
Yes.
Okay,
Question.
well, that answers that. I will stop down then. to
One of
find
the
that out.
things I just thought of when we were sitting here, they're asking for overlay release. I don't know. the
Who's
number off
they?
The selectmen.
Yeah.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but there's plenty in there. I think we're supposed to get it ready for this meeting.
This
When
is for
town
fiscal
meeting?
18 you're talking about
It's
now.
not until June, isn't it?
It's-
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Or
But
17.
we're in May, we're gonna have enough time to meet to vote on it. Well, do you know when, Conrad, when's town
I have
meeting?
no idea. I'm doing the Tom Russo way of getting reelected.
Ted, do you know, when-
No, you mean nobody wants the job, so you're elected in that?
Ted, do you know when town meeting is?
We'll write you in.
Is there
Do
a
you know when
minimum
town
we have
meeting
to
is,
have?
the date?
I don't know.
We should
Date
check
today?
to make
No, town meeting,
Loads.
votes.
next month.
Just
Oh,
to
wait,
make
you
sure.
have to-
Well, this
I'll
Monday.
get you the
No,
the other guy.
You have to
I thought it
have
was in
a
You would want the
minimum-
job, I mean,
You
it's,
have to have a
This
minimum
Monday's coming
amount
up, town
of
meeting.
signatures.
Okay, this Monday,
Yeah.
so.
somebody else.
This
said that
Monday?
even on writing.
I don't think so.
Really?
So what is it you need from us? You want to vote? You want us to make a motion and vote it now?
I don't have the amount,
Yeah, we need the amount and how much
Yeah.
is in overlay.
yeah.
Okay, so.
Was there something that you guys could come in, post a meeting to come in, like,
Well, you
What,
don't
does
have
it
a
have
lot
to
of
be
time
posted?
if it's
Yes.
this Monday,
Yeah, it has to be posted.
48 hours, you know.
oh, that's
What-
why I won't have my 48 hours.
Do you want to go down to the office and get it now while we're
Yes.
here?
Yeah, do that. We can babble.
We'll caboose.
We'll be a televised babbling. No. What else?
What's different?
Well, you know what I think, again, we get a chance to reiterate to people why they shouldn't avoid these permits building. You and I live with it. Every day
Oh,
it's
God.
getting worse. The things that I tell everybody what's happening in the world. Environmental issues with your property, mold, radon, any of those things, your septic system being in a working order, they're going to get negotiated on all
Your
of those.
FHA appraiser is now a home inspector. They are now home inspectors. They have to do site evaluations of roofs, anything that, and they're not trained to do that.
No.
So then they have to call in a roof inspector or a roof expert or a mold expert. And again, the home inspectors can't say it's mold because they don't know. They have to say it's mold-like.
Yep.
And so that raises all kinds of issues.
Well, and then the other part, when they're going to sell without a history to go back through those permits, maybe they did an accessory unit or an in-law apartment 40 years ago. We're trying to find the paperwork on that, doesn't exist anymore.
Well, the problem is the town's only got 10 years to come back on that stuff. After 10 years, it's okay.
But then you still have to go through the process because your house will be by an appraiser, get a paper trail to supply
I agree.
that says it is grandfathered.
Then you
They
have
still
to-
want something from the
And
town.
you may have to prove that it's been longer than 10
Right.
years.
Oh, yeah, of course you will. I learned that from Al Orlick with sheds and fences. And
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and that's why I always am looking, that's why our records become important, because of the fact that that can show the history of something having been there for those years if the assessors were assessing it,
Right.
that may also give substance to it.
Yep.
It's just become,
Oh,
I
it's
think it's much more
ridiculous.
difficult.
I'm
on
so
that.
glad I don't do bank appraising anymore.
You're not doing
No.
that?
I
Okay.
stopped almost 2 years ago.
Yep.
I did this appraisal for a bank. As a matter of fact, it was in Webster, 19,000 square feet of land. No, it wasn't in Webster, it was in, I forget. But it was 19,000 square feet of land. Zoning required 15,000 square feet. Okay, so there's clearly not a second lot.
Yep.
3 weeks after I sent the appraisal in, I got a memo, an email saying I had to supply the zoning map, the zoning bylaws, and talk about why the lot couldn't be subdivided.
Wow.
I mean, it wound up being a 3-page addendum.
Right.
That was my last appraisal for a bank.
So it's 90,000 out of.
Really?
That woke me up quick.
Out of 127.
So what is the other 37,000 going to be used for?
It just sits there. Really, we don't release it all every year.
No, I know that, but you
Release
got
it-
you got money in there for abatements for these court cases like we just.
Yeah,
voted
what is
this
it,
morning.
37,000 left, and it's only 5,000. This is it. This is the end of our ATV cases. Once this
Oh,
5,000
really?
is gone,
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so,
So, did we, not we didn't do it, but the overlay account was artificially inflated then? Because we usually do about 100.
I did 100% of whatever the case was, whatever they were assessed for, because we had no idea.
No, I know
what they
that.
were gonna settle
I
on.
understand that. But we typically have about $105,000 worth of abatements each year
Oh, yes,
between widows. So did we have a $200,000 overlay then?
we did.
So that was somebody playing games with the overlay account to balance the tax recap sheet.
That's what the
That
overlay
drives me
came out to.
crazy.
Oh,
That just drives me crazy. The money should be going into the stabilization account, something like that, instead of cherry picking it and using it for frivolous things. Drives me crazy.
That's the problem, when you have people who've served on boards and understand finance. Ooh,
For
that's
20
scary.
years, I did the tax recap sheet with the accountant,
Wow. You know, I wouldn't.
Don Raymond.
I didn't even pick up on that. It's interesting.
Yeah, we did the tax recap. We sat down and did everything.
Okay.
So I have an intimate knowledge of what goes on.
Oh, perhaps.
I remember one year, they tried to pass an unbalanced tax sheet before us. They thought we weren't going to catch it.
Was I here?
No,
Oh,
no, this was a Jeannie
see, I don't
Seagram.
remember that.
No, you would have remembered it, because that's when Don Raymond quit.
Can you guys vote, make
All right.
a vote and
I
sign it,
make a
please?
motion that we release from the overlay account the sum of $90,000.
I'll second that.
And we'll make it unanimous.
And can you all sign it just to make it official, please?
Sure we can.
Hey,
Pick a spot.
you asked.
You made the motion, Joanne, right?
Yep.
Joanne's very emotional.
Very good.
So we need an emotion for an adjournment?
Oh, were
Okay.
you gonna vote for the next meeting? Did you do that?
Oh,
with us?
June 9th, is it?
Oh,
That's
June
right.
9th.
okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Sounds good. I make a motion that we schedule our meeting for June 9, 2017.
Second?
Unanimous.
We did.
You want to trust your memory?
Like it's
No.
a long meeting,
No.
25.
I know, nice.
Well, that's because you took off.
And I found it right away, which amazes me.
We don't waste.
You adjourn?
We make sure we
Yes,
address
we're adjourned.